Pedro. E galera, tá rolando a World Cup. E quando você entra no criativo aqui, você consegue ver a live da World Cup. Só deixa eu ver aqui no canal se tá dando pra ver o vídeo da World Cup. Desculpa aí. Agora tá passando a introdução, mas... não. Deixa eu ver aqui.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. Is it like you guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other? Here, let's talk about. Have you thought about it? Is it like you guys are really here? Talk about. Have you thought about it?
Ok, bora lá, tá dando pra vocês verem. Então, eles estão jogando xadrez pelo visto. Salvar. Olha, se vocês quiserem não. Eu vim jogando criativo e vocês podem ir vendo a World Cup, mas se vocês quiserem, dá pra ser assim. Eu vou jogando criativinho e vocês vão vendo a World Cup. Porque daí quem não puder ver a World Cup aí no caso, pelo Fortnite mesmo, vocês veem por aqui. A World Cup já tipo pizza já aconteceu, mas pelo visto vai ter mais. Porque ele tá falando com como é o nome? Como é o nome dele? Com aquele quase, por mim, o melhor jogador de PS4 da USA, famoso Estados Unidos. Agora eu vou travar um pouquinho por causa que eu tô entrando aqui no mapa e tal. Foi. Apareceu o telefonezinho ali. Não vai dar pra vocês ver, mas vai dar pra vocês escutar. E eu também vou ir escutando e tal. Bora lá, salvar.
This weekend, most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Victor, fonezinho do caramba, não vai deixar vocês assistir a World Cup. Cadê o Edu Coffee? Cadê o Edu Coffee? Não tava ali o Edu Coffee. Por causa que ele foi convidado pela Epic para assistir o World Cup, né? Imagina o World Cup. É o Knicks? Aquele é o Knicks,
Você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica?
Esperei que agora...
Eu costumo jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale right now. PFZ, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who's obviously a dominant player, you know, kind of helping him set up for a solid end game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player.
Fiffzinho, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Knicks. Como é que é isso pra você? Esse lado
Eu acho que o Knicks é um dos melhores jogadores brasileiros.
Basicamente eu tenho uma role nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem o high ground, por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we
Essa parte eu não entendo, então eu já... Enquanto isso eu vou...
More in the background, supporting him. Like he has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time, and that has really, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular.
Eu acho que o Nick sabe um pouquinho de inglês, viu? Pelos caras que ele tá fazendo e tal. Será que aquele balão ali é de verdade? Aquele... o destível, não. Como é que é o nome? Agora não vou lembrar. Aquele troço que fica rodando pelo mapa do Fortnite. Vai começar, vai começar. Marshmallow, eu acho que é. Será que vai ter marshmallow? Ah, não. O Ninja falou que vai ter show dele no final da World Cup, eu acho. Podiam colocar pra traduzir, né? Pelo menos legenda. Eu conseguia traduzir pra vocês. Por causa que aqui é pregado em inglês. Como se eu fosse muito bom, né? Tem gente melhor.
Even Miz and Deidre, they were performing. We saw them come through, and it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way to the top 10 and being a World Cup winner.
What I love to see is that standing page, top 10 international through and through. You got Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off.
Alguma coisa de passe de batalha.
To raising the trophy and being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos.
Vai começar.
Going golden boy, because we are jumping into game 3 as these cameras populate your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition.
Ninja tá aí?
You were nervous before.
Não.
Hopefully they kick the bucket.
Todos os que se apresentaram tá aí.
And they're back and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Zetro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much the center of the map there.
Tá indo lá
I'm very happy that they're performing this
Oh, sério que não dá pra ver de tela cheia, velho? Assistir na partida.
Yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck as Zexro had a few problems with arthritis and different things with his hands, and I have to make sure I'm getting that right.
Tá jogando bem enquanto estão no cover, pegando loot. Já estão tratando ali em margens snobs. Já morreu 2. Eu não sei o nome deles, mas vamos lá. É por causa que a TV é muito pequena. É por causa que não dá pra ver, porque tá muito pequeno. Tá ligado?
It's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here. I think for the players as well, that moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement their strategy going into the next game? What is that strategy going to be? Do you mix it up? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now, Scram.
Tá jogando Fedorenta. O Knicks está na tela dos Knicks. Knicks vai rushando em. Desculpa, não dá pra ver. Tá falando alguma coisa dos players do Brasil. Puggaboy. É o Puggaboy, não? É o Puggaboy. Ah, não. Não é, não. Eu vou usar meu celular aqui pra dar um zoom e ver o nome deles. Bora lá, Knicks está rushando em. Ele está rushando. Não, eu acho que ele nem sabe que ainda tem um cara embaixo dele na outra casa ali, no subsolo da outra casa. Amigo do Knicks está rushando no cara, eu acho que achou ele. Knicks está focado. Não tem coisa mais focada que o Knicks. Ok. Speeders. Espera aí, deixa eu...
Getting challenged there and trying to use that advantage from the download, a little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if you can get a peek in there.
Galera, desculpa, não vai dar pra ver, não. Agora tem as duas. 2-2, desculpa. Ele falou alguma coisa de melhores pontos. Ou só eu que escutei isso? Sim, ele escutou alguma coisa de... Eu escutei alguma coisa de melhores pontos. Agora, se eu não conseguir narrar muito bem, é porque eu quase nem conheço esses coisas. E também não dá pra deixar a tela cheia. Deixa eu ver se dá. Eita. Eu vou melhor ocultar essa erro que eu foi.
Was it not? No, they're here to show it off and show why they're at the World Cup Finals. But now, hopping back with Miz and Daedra, we saw them have a great game one, came out top 10. They're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of eliminations. Not necessarily picking up too many placements.
Esse cara parece que já achou um cara. Vai tentar rushar. Dá um tiro de 12. Vai, já escutou que tem cara, o amigo dele também tá longe, tá meio longe. Tá no rush. Vai. O outro, o inimigo dele pegou high ground. E já perdeu quase metade do shield.
Looking for the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent? Catch a nice little low ground peak right here.
Espera aí, deixa eu ver se... Uma coisa. Deixa eu ver se tá rolando essa live no Fortnite do Brasil aqui. Por causa que tá quase a mesma coisa no Fortnite do Brasil. Daí eu vou deixar o som, eles fazendo o som. E vocês vendo ali a coisa. Fortnite Brasil.
Because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily.
Instruções é muito pouco.
Pro começo.
Para essa luta aí é suficiente? Acho que vamos ver. Luiz ali por cima, né? Está no background, né? O jogador a um nível acima está. Não precisa se preocupar com mais ninguém e tem a vantagem. O disparo que vier de cima normalmente tem a tendência a acertar o headshot.
Aconteceu, hein? Eu também, que eles querem a trocação. Os coreanos, a Coreia do BR tá com os dois danos de banco.
É perigoso. Aquele low pick dos sonhos ali, vamos ver.
Eu botaria mais no BR, cara.
Então vamos na confiança. Galera aqui, se o bicho e o Gustavo levar, eu quero ouvir barulho. Eu tô de fone, não, mas eu quero ouvir barulho. Quero ver a galera animar, quero ver a galera hypar aqui a nossa luta. Vamos lá. Gustavo segue se movimentando, também eles vão, seguem construindo, derrubando algumas paredes, pegando material.
Agora já passamos para o Lago do Saque. Estou morrendo de pouquinho em pouquinho, mas dá pra jogar. Tem 45 duplas e 87 pessoas jogando no jogo. E galera, antes desse game, falaram que vai ter show do Marshmallow. Pronto, falei.
Others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like
galera, ó, eu não vou narrar. Eu vou ver junto com vocês, beleza? Ai, galera, por favor, se você não deixou o like, deixa aí. E no canal, ativa o sininho, que é nóis.
Sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, you know, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the players. Both players well respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out.
Mas também não é pior, né?
Get out of there, and they're going to use those. I believe the shockwave nade to just fly on out of there.
E galera, eu já baixei o mapa da World Cup. Aqui, aqui, ó. É esse daqui, ó. World Cup Warzone. Olha, World Cup Warzone. Aqui, ó. Fight NASCAR, never throws. Fuck NASCAR a little bit. Fuck NASCAR a little bit.
This is
Oh,
they managed to pull it off. Maybe that could be the game for them. Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov.
O pior é que não pode deixar em tela cheia, velho.
Yesterday, 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players in the world in this lobby. It's going to be a cakewalk, and he knows that. It hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the text right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for the Fortnite World Cup in their final 7 games. That's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been traded out as well. He's already gone.
Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on votes, but Septic took out X-Men. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so will be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has 1 elimination. Going to be looking to get as many points as possible. Now we're going to be sitting with 40 duos left alive. We're going into the next circle here in just a little bit. It's going to start to collapse. Salt Springs.
Ela falou alguma coisa de fica na cama. Little bad. Bad pra mim é cama, né? Bad.
Is Parpy looking for that peak? Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shot.
É o mapa da World Cup.
He takes the wall.
É o mapa de lá da World Cup. Aqui, ó. Quero subir lá. Droga. Não.
From Sweden, 15 years of age, man, and he's
I'm gonna battle.
So many of these players.
Eu nunca saí daqui.
Young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them. And then we got a few of the veterans. Sextro, Vinny, saw Nate Hill, as well as Funk Mongrel, Mitro, Aiden there in the corner of the screen. And back over to our game 2 winners, Sextro and Vinny. No eliminations.
Aí, galera, o prêmio é de, se eu não me engano, é de 40 milhões de dolinhos. 40 milhões de dolinhos pra caridade. Beleza.
Controller players to actually qualify for this weekend. This is a big weekend for a lot of players, obviously, clearly. Here you have Cease and Elevate. You have not. They haven't found their rhythm.
They've been a little quiet, man. They won WSO, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this is just not been so far. Gotta get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that, you know, talk about it, they gotta do some things, and I think games 1 and 2 is not been.
Eu tenho certeza que vocês querem ficar vendo. Vocês querem que eu fique vendo World Cup. Jesus, sou muito pro player pra fazer esse parkour.
Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fishy when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination from Benji Fishy and
What
Mr.
the
Savage.
heck? Tem 200 de vida.
Big shot right there. These double snipes. You gotta be careful. There's no
Tem
standing
coisa
still
lá,
in the box here,
calma.
because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
Right.
Not quite successful that time around, but hey, all damage
Little
matters. Storm
bad.
Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
Look what happened in game 1, man. The Storm Surge claimed a lot of victims. You have to be engaging in fights. You cannot stay still. There's Fwexy and Letwick on the move. Nyrox right behind him. Cooler organization. Benji Fishy's going to be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. He get built above. He just needs to wait this one out here, but Benji does get cleaned up. Yeah, that was going to be Flexi.
And that was such a sneaky shadow bomb pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of over peeking, harassing players with that sniper. You cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. And I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So what can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
Você vê no parkour. Olha aí, o cara tem que ser muito pro player pra fazer isso.
Pressure on them. Now you see that happen, half out circle. Only 2 duos are going to be inside of there, so everyone's going to have to start. It's going to be a struggle for so many players. They're starting to make the moves right now. They want to try and gatekeep, prevent these players from getting inside.
Mongrel.
Right now during this rotation, Mongrel and Mitro, they are masters at executing, especially when they
Mongrel está no turbo.
Cara, fogo. Right now, and there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to make that mistake. And with the nerves,
players
are certainly gonna make that error in judgment. So we're looking at players just getting warmed up. So much at stake here. There's the launch pad. It's gonna go out now. Need to be wary of beams in the sky. So many times you think that you're just going to be sailing away with no
Galera, eu acho que já dá pra ver um pouquinho da World Cup. Qualquer coisa, se não deu pra ver tudo e tal, porque não vai dar mais. Vai lá no canal da Fortnite Brasil. Lá tem todinho. Oh my God. Oh, good.
I mean, they can basically take high ground at any given moment that they want or choose. Calculator looking around, already on 4 eliminations for Macwood. Macwood did say he's the fragger of the duo. We'll see if Calculator can keep up right now. I am just poking Calculator loves to talk a big game on the social medias.
He really does, man. He's a character without a doubt. But right now, there's no fun and games that he has. This is game 3 of the Fortnite World Cup Finals. It's time to put up or shut up for a lot of these players.
Ah, a final da World Cup. Já aconteceu as primeiras. Galera, sério, desculpa. Não sabia, eu juro. Ah, ele dá 50 de dano por...
For Macwood, a great game for him thus far. 4 points for this duo, but he's going to be taking some shots. Have to be careful there. There you can see the lay of the land, Monster.
Yes, the placement threshold will be divvied out soon. There goes the Storm Surge already ringing down on players. Jay has to make a big move. Doesn't matter. Zate is going to wrap up right here as Keys goes down as well. And the shots are flying. And you can just look at the overhead. The chaos.
Galera, dá pra fazer uma coisa. Eu vou conseguir. Consegui. Vai, ninja. Galera, essa foi a live. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Falou. Qualquer coisa, dá uma passadinha lá no canal da FIFFA Brasil e falou.